Hey, you guys. Thank you for tuning in and thank you for being on my channel. And those of you who don't know me, my name is Coach V. I'm the Worth Activator, and I am just sharing my journey as I am becoming, walking in my purpose, serving single moms and women who are on their journey as well. And today I just wanted to share a part of my journey, not to explain myself, but to give a little bit of perspective. My life has really not ever followed a straight line, and it has not been butterflies and rainbows. And something that has been unfolding, and I just want to let you guys know that has been no known suggestion to insinuate that it has. And when I went to school, I graduated at 17, and by the time I was 20, I was married, enrolled in the military, and about 3 years later, I was expecting my first child. And not even a year after that, I was downrange deployed. So when that happened, transitions happened, life happened. And I would say in the midst of about my fourth deployment, I struggled a lot, experiencing PTSD, anxiety, and all of the things. And the thing is, when that happened, I just felt like my world was slowly shattering. And I remember deciding to file for divorce, and then things just got more chaotic. And my time was short-lived with trying to finish college and go ahead and try to obtain my bachelor's degree, because even though I went in, I did complete my associates when I was 18. But as time progressed during that marriage and those 4 deployments, it just burnt me out. And life just be lifing, don't it? And when I think about the different things that I've overcome, it's just like, wow, God, you really were out here looking out for me, because I was out here living life dangerous, man. And I would say soon after everything transpired with my divorce, I ended up relocating. And I remember finding out about my daughter and her diagnosis. It was just a tough time. And I was working as a government employee and just, doing the rat race, the 9 to 5, all of the things while raising my 2 daughters. And it was tough. And I remember it being tough. Some days I just wanted to stop and just hang up the towel, but I kept going for them. But God caused me to have to pivot anyway. After going to work several times and finding out that my daughter Leanna needed more of me to be present at home in order for her to get the help she deserved, I had to make a choice. And that choice was choose your child or choose your job. And of course, I did what any mom would have done. I chose my child. I chose peace. I chose alignment. I chose what was healthiest for me and my children. And just looking back over the different obstacles, it really makes me wonder how people can see just one snapshot and think they know everything. But today I'm raising my children, with gratitude. I feel grounded. And, the bravest thing that anyone can ever do is walk away from what isn't meant to carry you forward. And that decision, for me, it didn't break me. It just strengthened me. It taught me that love should bring peace, not confusion. And that sometimes trusting God means letting go of everything. The things that look like they make sense to everyone else, but for you, you can't see the future. It looks uncertain. And I know for me now in this season, I'm walking in purpose and I'm not doing it perfectly. But I'm doing it with intention. And that's why I can see how it is for a single mom and single women. I see you, the days, the hard work you're putting in, you making choices quietly, you're carrying responsibility, hopefully with your faith attached and your fatigue. I understand you because I am you. And I know it's what it's like, basically. I understand what it's like to show up even when life doesn't slow down for you. I know what it's like to build while you're parenting, to trust God while you're trying to hold everything together. But that's the part. You don't have to hold everything together. When we release that hold, we're going to fall. That parachute's going to release at some point, but we have to learn to trust in the fall. Because there in the hold is still your obedience, and there is purpose in your persistence, and you should have the grace. God has given you the grace in every step that you choose to take, And I know for me, I am choosing this year to build an alignment, to stay consistent. Even when there's a hiccup along the way, I'm jumping back in, and I'm going to keep running. And I know for me, I'm honoring the calling God has placed in my life. And I'm using my voice, I'm using my experiences and my journey to remind other women that you're not behind, sis. And you're not broken. And you're not disqualified, regardless of what anyone else says. And for me, I no longer feel the need to explain my pauses in life, my pivots, or my path. Because it's still going to happen. There's just absolutely no way that you can avoid obstacles in this life. And it's about how you navigate the terrain, sis. It's how you keep going and keep pushing forward. And you know what? Your calling, it does not wait for credentials. And sometimes obedience looks like continuing forward, one step, one decision, regardless of the season. And still trust in God, even when the picture feels incomplete. And I know that's hard. But I'm going to leave you guys with a truth. Serious note. No explanation needed for choices. You chose that. You walk in it to protect your peace and your family and your calling. Because at the end of it all, God sees the whole story. Even when others only see that snapshot. And when I tell you, when life is so at peace, that's really all that matters. That's all that matters. And trusting and believing that He has everything lined up just for you. So I hope that this blesses someone. I hope this is something that you can reflect on in the seasons that you're walking in, mom, sis, all of the things, because there's purpose in all of our lives. There's meaning for every single one of us. And I know one fact for sure. You never know how your conversation, how your words can reflect and pierce the heart of another human being. You never know what you're doing to help them. You never know the words that you're saying that could be inspiring to them. That could be that pivotal thing that changes their life forever. And there's so many different things going on out here in the world. And I know that a lot of people need hope. Definitely need hope. They want hope. They want change. They want to be grounded. They want to be assured. But in this life, unfortunately, there will be trials. There will be times that there is no guarantee. But I can guarantee that if you walk by faith and not in this world and follow Christ, your life will be 10 times better than it is today. And to feel that peace, I can't even explain it. It's almost like, this is probably a horrible example, but it's almost like my head's itching. I'm doing this old-fashioned scratching right now, so y'all gonna have to forgive me because that's my countryside coming out. But what I'm thinking is it's like almost like outside. It could be wildfires going on outside and practically nowhere for me to run. And I could be sitting in this house just looking out the window saying, well, I guess it's that time, Lord. Let me go ahead and just say my prayers so I can be prepared. In other words, I will not be running like a chicken with my head cut off because of the fire that surrounds me. When you've been able to obtain that level of peace, you become unstoppable as long as you're walking in the will of God. And sis, ain't nothing like that peace. There's absolutely nothing like that peace. Man, my head itching. I just washed my hair the other day. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to wash that again. But yes, in life, it's always gonna be life. But I'm looking forward to what's to come, what is on the way. So many good things this year. And I'm excited for you as well, sis. So if you guys don't know me, my name is Coach V. I'm the Worth Activator. And I am a coach, a mom of 3. And I'm an entrepreneur, building as we speak. And I am here to help restore your faith, build your confidence, so that you can reclaim your identity and walk boldly in your purpose as mompreneur, whatever you're aspiring to be and aspiring to become. And I thank you so much for tuning into my channel. I hope you guys will come back again. Please drop any comments in, any questions you have about me, feel free to ask away. And thank you so much for tuning in. And I look forward to seeing you guys on Friday.